Coming up later in the episode, some important news about the upcoming Punch Needle and Prim Stitcher magazine. Okay. Hi, Flosstube.
Hi, Flosstube.
Hi, Flosstube.
I have two very special guests with me today. One you've met already before. This is Guylene and our other friend Pam. And the three of us we stitch on the Lucky 13 Club by Amy Brukin Designs. And so I asked them to come along so they can show their progress, as well as I have a little update on mine. So why don't we start with, who wants to start first?
Why don't we
Pam?
go with the least amount work done and show the progress?
So here's Pam's. Pam did hers on, why don't you tell us what fabric that is?
Oh, there was a picture of this plus, but I do not remember the name of it.
Was it?
It wasn't, you're Whimsy.
I'm
Just
Whimsy.
This was something else.
We'll try to get that information. I'll put it in the show notes or over the video or something for later. So she's on number 8.
Yeah, that's
6,
number
7,
8.
8. Number 8 is the candy corn guy. Here, I'll hold it up a little closer so you can see Pam's. It's really cute. Now yours is 28 count?
Yes.
And you're doing over 2.
Yes.
Now I think Amy originally calls for 20 count fabric.
Mm-hmm.
I keep getting out of frame. I'm sorry, guys. We're
Okay,
kind
sorry.
of at a curve in the table here, so we're getting cozy.
Very intimate.
Yes. So I think
Okay.
originally that's what she calls for. 20 count Weeks Dye Works.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
The orange.
Yes, the carrot.
Mm-hmm.
And Guylene's, I'll let her hold hers up. She's also on number 8, the candy corn, and she's just about done with her
Tummy.
Yeah. She gets to do that middle portion.
And mine is 32 count.
Whimsy.
Whimsy.
Right.
Mhm.
And that's also, I'll bring it up a little closer so you can see the color. I love the picture this plus fabrics for this club.
Mm-hmm.
And then of course you guys have seen mine, but you haven't seen my new progress. This is Monster Mash 40 count. So I finished him, the spiders. I think maybe I did it. I showed it last video with Nancy. And then I finished my candy corn guy. And I'm getting a really bad glare. And then I started number 10, the cat.
Number 9.
Is it?
Is it number 9?
Number 9. Yes, that's right. Number 9.
Yeah.
But it's number 10 on her because she labeled it because number 1 was all the
Yes.
words.
The words.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to move the camera just a wee bit closer. Okay.
Oh, gosh.
Okay, so I also asked them to bring some other whips so you can kind of get to know them. Pam and Guylene are regulars at the shop. They come to our Friday night events, which is once a month on the first Friday
of the month.
First Friday of the month. They come usually every Tuesday night for stitching. Tonight's Tuesday, so we're filming.
We do the Saturday stitch when we do the triple F.
Triple F, yeah, that's 3 times a year.
And then we come on
Oh, Sundays.
Sundays.
Once a month on a Sunday. We have a stitch group, just bring your own kind of stuff.
Check out the newsletter. All that information's out there.
And for those of you that are inquiring about the retreat, I know Brenda and Laura mentioned about the retreat. Right now I'm trying to condense 2 50-person retreats from last year into one. I only had 1 weekend available to me this year. So I'm not sure how that's going to go. I don't know that we'll get 100 people in that room. So there may not be any openings this year. So, well, for you guys. People from last year, 20 people probably from last year aren't able to come this year. So we'll see. I haven't put it out yet because I'm like nervous for the big mad.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there'll be a mad
Result.
rush, right?
So, okay. You want to?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
That's right. So Guylene brought along her bag. This is, when you join the Lucky 13 Club through Inspired Needle, you have this option. We asked Gary and Ronnie of Garon Totem Bags to make us a bag for our Lucky 13 Club. And this is an option. Gary and Ronnie used to sell it through their Facebook page, but they've since, probably got tired of holding on to our bags. So we took them over, so you can now buy the bag through us. And it's really cute. It's a 12 by 18.
Yep.
And it goes perfectly well with the project.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's very cute.
Yeah, no matter what fabric you pick to choose
Yeah.
to stitch on it, it'll
There's
match.
all these bright colors, the orange.
Yep.
Although I have not seen anyone stitch on like a black. That would be good too. Although, I don't know, maybe your wish wouldn't show up.
Kind of hard.
Yeah. Maybe dark gray.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's that.
Okay.
Guylene, how about you? What else are you working on?
My other whip is Away We Ride by Blackbird Designs.
I'll hold it off to here. This is what year did this come out?
It's an oldie, I think. I think it says on the inside cover. Plus,
I'll take
we'll
a
see what the fabric
Oh yeah,
is.
2013.
Yep.
Really cute design.
Mm-hmm.
And here's Guylene's progress. What are you stitching on?
What it calls for, I think, which
an R&R?
is, yes, a 30 count R&R mink.
Looks really pretty.
Mm-hmm. I've enjoyed it.
Very
the first
nice.
time stitching on R&R, so I really like it.
Are you using the called for threads?
Yes, everything is called for.
Called for threads are gentle art.
Yep. I very rarely deviate from what they say because they're the designers, they're the professionals.
Yeah, okay. Okay. How about you, Pam? You have a-
I am working on the counted canvas piece that Kathy offered as a class.
This is through the shop. We have a teacher, Sherry, and she teaches, we've been going through the Needle Delights,
By Kathy Reese.
by Kathy Reed's Needle Delights Club, not club, but her Holiday Delights pieces.
Series.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we started out with, I think, Halloween, then we did Christmas, 4th of July, now we're doing Thanksgiving.
And
you
then
have
that one's
Valentine's
really cute.
starts this week.
Yeah, and here's the new one.
Mm-hmm.
If I can pull this up here. I'll let Guylene hold it. That's the next one that we're going to be starting. Is it this coming
Yes.
weekend?
Saturday,
Okay.
yep.
Okay, so that's really cute for, of course it won't be done for Valentine's Day, but
Next year.
yeah,
2021.
Mhm.
yeah. And we've finished at least for the shop, with like a double mat and
Mhm.
picking out 2 colors in the design. So I'll show you again up close.
I'm going to do a box
Beautiful
for mine.
colors. Oh yeah, you're
Oh,
gonna
you're
mount it in a
gonna
box?
put
Oh,
it in a
that's a
box.
good idea.
Change it up
Okay.
for the seasons, only because I'm running out of wasp space.
Like all of us. That's why I'm stitching out 40 count. Here, Guylene, is this yours?
Yeah, this one's mine.
Maybe show
Mine's
us yours.
finished.
Just ta-da.
Yeah, she's
Doing
got a
a
ta-da there.
ta-da moment.
I'll hold it up a little closer. They're very beautiful. And they're each one is a little different.
Mm-hmm.
Just very subtle differences. Because of the way you start the thread, the way
Right.
the thread was over dyed.
Mhm.
Yep.
Very nice.
That was a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm. Challenging but doable.
Yeah, and Sherry's a good teacher. So.
Oh yeah.
Oh, excellent.
Highly. Yeah.
Yeah. So, anything else you girls would like to
Nope.
show us?
Nope. I got nothing else.
Mm-mm.
And I just lost my paper. Hold on while I go grab it here.
10-second intermission.
So, I know we've been promising for a while a little update, so I'm glad that Pam and Guylene were able to join us for this. And now we want to talk a little bit about the Punch Needle Prim Stitchers magazine. So as you know, Priscilla announced, was it Priscilla or Chelsea, one of them, that they were cover girls. Here's their design on the cover. It hasn't been released yet, but it's upcoming. But if you will cast your attention down toward the bottom
I was going to say about
of the magazine, the featured shop is Inspired Needle.
Yay!
I have not seen my article. I had to submit. She gave me a list of questions that I had to kind of answer. So I don't know how it was laid out, and I sent a bunch of pictures, way more pictures than she could possibly put in the magazine.
Mhm.
But we'll see how it turns out. I hope it comes out good.
It will.
And
I'm
when
always
does the
nervous.
magazine come out?
It's the April issue, well, spring issue. So I'm hoping maybe next month,
Mhm.
by the end of February, beginning of March, somewhere
Cool.
around there. Yeah, I'm really excited.
I want to issue.
Me too.
I don't know how many to order. I have to order more than
You
normal.
might need a double
Can I have
up.
your autograph?
You don't want my autograph. So, anything else to talk about?
No.
Okay, well, I'm glad I got him this much. I'm not going to push it too much longer. So, thank you guys for
You're welcome. Thank you for
We'll
letting
get
us
them to
go.
come back again and visit with us, and we'll see the progress. Hopefully, by the next time you see my cat, will be done. When is our next? The next one's coming out. We got it. What, January?
We got it end of January,
Yes.
so we
Okay.
won't get it until
One more month.
March.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe she'll have them for us at market. I don't know. Maybe.
Oh yeah, because that's right around the corner for you too.
I
And
know.
you'll be done with the cat by
Yeah, I'll be
then.
current.
Mm-hmm.
So just a little bit more, and then I can get back to my Jack Frost,
Mm-hmm.
and I want to get to my sampler.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
And
I
get
wanna
ready
see
for
your
market.
Jack Frost too.
Yeah, that's at home. I left it at home. So, but thank you, girls.
All right,
for
Welcome.
joining me.
Thank you.
And we'll
Bye,
see you next
Flosstube.
time, Flosstube. Bye. And now, before we send them back to their owner, I wanted to show you, this is Rosewood Manors Trunk Show. Not all of her models, but some of her models. And I'm going to scan them here and then put it on pause and show you that we have a few others. So, but we'll start here. Karen did a series of 4 charts, the seasons, as you can see here. It's spring, summer, autumn, and winter. And these are charts with the threads. And I'll show you those in just a second. But the first one here is spring. This is how she sells them. It's almost like a kit. You just have to add your own fabric. And there's summer. These are just so beautiful. And she shows them framed differently. But I guess if you wanted, you could pop them in and out of the same frame. Autumn. And there is winter. Just gorgeous. And these come with, like this. So here is the pattern. I'll see if I can prop it up here. So that's the autumn pattern. Pardon the glare. And there's the threads. Oops, let's turn it this way. This is from House of Embroidery. These carry, all of them come like that with a thread pack. Beautiful colors. Look at how vibrant the purple and the rose color is. And they all come like that. Autumn. And there's the winter one. Summer. And let's see if I can get the spring. Spring. All with the threads right in the back. Then we have Dandelion Wishes. That's really pretty, and I don't know if you guys can tell, probably. See the sparkle in the fabric? That's done on a Picture This Plus fabric. Here is Hello Moon again. It's a little darker, but I think that's kind of cute, and you can see the sparkle in the background. Peacock Welcome. Love those colors. Karen has such a great eye for color, and she really knows how to put them all together. And then the last one, sorry for the shadow, it's kind of sitting under a shelf here. It's, yeah, Dreaming of Sunflowers. Let's see if I can get a little bit closer. I'm going to pause for just a second and bring you over to her 101 alphabet. Okay, and here is Karen's 101 alphabets. It's hanging on her wall, so it's a green wall, and it's causing a weird color. You can't see the colors that wonderfully, but I'll try to zoom in. So just imagine, Karen says this took her 10 years to stitch, and I'm assuming it's not straight stitching all the way through, but probably as she designed an alphabet, and she'd have to find a little spot to fit it in so that she would then move on to the next one. She's got a lot of neat little motifs. I see a pineapple up in there by the letter H. She's got some little Quaker motifs. Look at that one alphabet. That's straight up and down in the red. Isn't that neat? So she probably had this little space, and what am I going to do with it? And there she goes. That looks like a pair of like cat glasses, cat eye glasses. So even if you never ever wanted to stitch this design, this would be a great reference booklet to have. It's several pages long. So you need an alphabet to fit a certain way, or you want a certain type font. This would be a great reference book for you. There you go. 101 alphabets. Beautiful. Okay, gonna pause you again. We'll go on the other side and show you the rest of the models. Okay, here is this one on the right is Leeds House Sampler. Beautiful blues and greens. I'll walk over and get a close-up. That one is Parchment Tapestry. Oops. Didn't mean to make it that large. And then some of you might have seen Creation 2. That was her newest release. Well, this is Creation 1. Beautiful motifs. That one is Seasons of the Trees. And then, of course, her release from last year. I don't think it's a full year. Turkish Delight. Oh, that gorgeous fabric from Picture This Plus. Try to get some up close for you so you can see just the vibrant, the deep, deep pink, pinkish red of this linen. I believe it's Rubious is the color from Picture This Plus. Here's the Seasons of the Trees. This one's under glass, but actually we're getting a really good picture of it. At least what I can see in the camera, except for my shadow. This one I didn't show you further up. This is an older booklet called 16 Birds. We made ours into a bell pull. And actually, I think that's how Karen finished her model too. This one happens to belong to us. Stitched by a friend who has since passed. So this is a nice remembrance of her. Look at 2009, that's when she stitched it. Okay, here's again Creation 1. I'm going to see if I can't get over on this side and eliminate that shadow. Really pretty. Parchment Tapestry. This is a neat alphabet too. Some of the beautiful motifs. Even if you just stitched one of these little flower arrangements, put it on an ornament or something, or a back of a needle book. There's a lot of different things you can do with it. And Karen, one great thing about Karen's booklets is she always gives alternate suggested ways of stitching something, or taking, you know, little sections of her designs and making something else out of it. Leeds House, the blues and the greens, just, it reminds me of like a fancy English garden. I'll zoom in on that for you. You can read it. Okay, now I have another little surprise for you. I'm going to pause you and I'm going to go over to the other room. So again, these are the last time you'll see these models. They're hanging in the shop for just maybe another week or so, and then we're packing them up. We're taking them with us to Nashville. We do an exchange with Karen. I'll return these models to her, and then we'll be able to take some newer models. And we kind of just rotate her models in and out of the shop all the time. Okay, hang on one second. I've been stockpiling fabric for a while, and here's the latest of the R&R reproductions that we got in. With one exception, there's one little yard of Weeks Dye Works, but I thought I'd show you the colors if you're not familiar. So I know it's hard when you don't have a local store and you don't know what these colors mean. You see them on the charts and it's like, oh, well, what color is that really? Because honestly, the photography on some of these patterns is so far off from what the linen actually looks like that it's kind of nice to maybe get another, I guess, line of sight as far as what the linen might actually look like. I'll show you this one first. This is our Weeks Dye Works, and it's the Zweigart base. It's 46 count Confederate gray. And you can see the picture. I'm going to lay it out here. It is gray, but it looks a little browny. There's some undertones of, gray and green in there. There's a reflection from the lighting in here that's given a little pink tone, but it's not really pink. So there you go. Weeks Dye Works Confederate gray, 46 count Zweigart base. Okay, so I thought I would start. Here's some 18th century brown, 28 count R&R reproductions. All of this is a whole yard. I've started cutting it up because we're going to Celebration of Needlework coming up in May, and so I wanted to get these cut and ready so that it'll be quick and easy. And normally I have a couple friends with me who will help cut the fabric, but I'm going to be I just won't have the manpower to be able to do that, to be able to cut the fabric. So we're going to sell them in quarter yards or eighth yards. Sometimes I'll have halves. Depends how I cut them. This is a beautiful color. This is 32 count espresso R&R reproductions. And this one I'm leaving one piece. As you can see here, it's that I'm going to leave as a half yard. And then I have two smaller cuts, quarter yards. And you guys, I die when I cut this fabric because it smells so darn good that it's coffee dyed. And oh, I just want to jump in with the linen because it smells so good. Here's Creme Brulee, 32 count. This one isn't cut yet. But again, beautiful color. That would make a great sampler color. And especially for some of those Hands Across the Sea, those bigger samplers, these are great sampler colors. Here's another 32 count American Chestnut. So you can see, as comparing the two, it's just slightly darker than the Creme Brulee. And you can see now the espresso. Here you can get a visual of the color tones. The espresso is more golden than a little pinky alabaster type color for the Creme Brulee. It's browning up a little bit with the American Chestnut. And then here we have Chamomile Tea. It's got some greenish to it. And actually it's not that. I'll bring over the Confederate gray from the Weeks. It's not that far off. In the camera I'm looking at the Chamomile Tea seems a little greener, but actually in real life they're not that far off. So here's Chamomile Tea, that's 36 count. Oh, I guess I jumped to 36. So these here in this pile, that's all 32. Well, the top one are 28, and these are 32. Chamomile Tea, 36 count. Here, not that far off, a little bit lighter, is Old Mill Java. Again, beautiful color. I'll show you the color difference there. Okay. Here again, Chamomile Tea. That one's 36 count. And the last 36 is Abecedarian blend. Or they just call it here Abecedarian. That's another beautiful, beautiful color. This one, Brenda Gervais uses for her wordplay. This is the fabric of choice. Okay, let's move over 40 count. 40 count Ligonier Latte. And actually, you know, a lot of people, if just because the pattern calls for something and they don't have it, you can see, you know, look at these colors. They're all pretty close to one another. So it's really easy if, you know, if your shop or, you know, the pattern calls for, let's say, Ligonier Latte and they're out of stock, you know, it's really easy to substitute. Look at, you know, those two right there, these two different fabrics, but you could easily sub a lot of these. So if your shop owner tells you, oh, you know, I don't have it, can I sub? Just go ahead and take the sub, because honestly, they're really not that far off. Okay, Ligonier Latte. Here's Winter Brew. It's more of a cross between a natural and a flax. So if you don't have Winter Brew, that's a good sub. Just go ahead, use natural or use flax. Flax would be a little bit lighter than this, but equally beautiful. Stars Hollow Blend. Another pretty color. I think we have a half. Yeah, I left the lighter ones for the halves because a lot of people, like I said, if you're stitching those huge samplers, you need a half yard. You know, His Eyes on the Sparrow, you know, those take half yard pieces. Sheep Straw. This is a gorgeous color. Love it, love it. 40 count. It's a little more goldeny. Patriots Brew. Very, very popular color. Again, let's compare the two. So here is, I'll put Winter Brew right on top of Patriots Brew. Really, barely discernible difference in color. So it's easy to sub out colors. Okay, Patriots Brew, and then here's Sheep Straw. I do have a couple of them. Sheep Straw and 40 count again. So if you're interested in any R&R fabrics, let us know. We'll be happy to send you some. Otherwise, look for the fabrics coming up at Celebration of Needlework or available in the shop. I have some weeks on order, and I have a ton of Lakeside on order, so I'm just waiting to see which comes in first. But thanks so much for watching. Thanks again to Pam and Guylene for coming and sharing their Lucky 13 progress with us, and we hope we will see them again soon. Thanks, Flosstube. Bye-bye.